ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नमस्ते. Well, quality. Quality can be demonstrated than defined. So, quality can be experienced than can be explained. Quality is what the user or customer perceives and not the maker or the supplier who claims. Well, what is quality? In short, whatever the customer perceives. Quality is not an act but a habit. So with this, I would like to explain about the term quality, the small q and a big Q. See, words are only words. Words like quality, leadership, love, sex are all often used without understanding. Mostly used, less understood, and least practiced. So you have to understand the tatparyam or the spirit of all these words, and especially today for the quality. What is quality? Okay. See, now, the first time when I went to Japan, I heard about the big Q and the small Q in 1980. It is amazing. Then I thought, okay, let me try about this particular one. Then we started practicing our own essay group. So this is the slide which can explain. Let us just understand what is the big Q. That is the top. What is big Q? That is the quality. Okay. When I talk about the quality, the small q is about the product quality. Then okay. Then what about the value? Okay, that is called the V for value, and D for delivery, and also S for the service. We call it as a QVDS. This is what we used to practice in 1980. Okay. So this is our philosophy in essay. That is, quality, small quality is a product quality, and also the value for money. I don't want to use that word, like the cost. See, for me, the value is more important. See, a man who buys, the Maruti 800, he has got a value. A man who buys the Benz, he has also got the value. But if you look at the cost, they are very different. Now, the more important for us to understand is am I getting the value for the products? Okay. Then the delivery. So, are you able to get delivery on time and all the time? And also the service. When you talk about the service, that is getting the service before getting the product. How to select the product, how you can really make use of it. So this is what you call a pre-sales service. And afterwards, once you get the product, that means you are after sales service. Okay. That means if all these four parameters or all these four components are together, you call it as a big Q. We are talking about only the big Q. That means the small q, the product quality is one of the components. Okay, let me explain to you. What do you mean by this particular one? Can we take an example like idli? Okay, that everybody understands. What is a good quality? What is the product quality? The quality of idli must be good, must be soft, must be tasty, must be healthy. Right? This is what we call the product quality of idli. Okay, good. Yes. So I understood. Then what about the value? Suppose if you go to a particular place like an ordinary place, right? So I can get a idli for about 5 rupees. Suppose when you go to the kind of a Darshini's or a fast food restaurant, you will get it about 10 rupees. Suppose when you go to a 2-star hotel, that means we get about 25 rupees. Suppose when you go to the 5-star, you will the same idli will get for about 500 rupees. But look at the price or the cost. They are totally different. Now, how do you really explain? That means a person who takes the idli in a street vendor for 5 rupees and a 5-star hotel nearly about 500 rupees. Okay, the quality of the idli cannot differ too much. Okay, but there must be a lot of other factors and factored in the particular cost. So let us understand this particular one. For example, when you say the quality of idli, okay, that is one. Then the value. That means a man getting the idli in the street, he has got a value for this idli. A man who is also getting the idli in 5-star hotel, he has got a price for him because of the ambience. That is one. Okay, fine. Now what about the delivery? For example, it must be on time. For example, now I want to have the food, right? I am hungry. Now somebody tells me, okay, I'll definitely give you food after 2 days, isn't it? I'll give a fantastic, feast in a 5-star hotel. So I'll do it after 2 days. That means I will not be happy. But whereas the same person gives me on time when I am hungry, even if it is a not very good quality food, that means I will be happy. So I will put it in a different way. For example, now I want to give you a kind of a birthday cake for you on a particular day, but I am not able to do it. Right? Now I do it after 2 days. After 2 days, after your birthday, I don't think whether you will be able to appreciate. Even if it is very expensive, and you will not able to appreciate. Suppose even if it is a less expensive of cake, that means if I am able to give it on particular day, so you will be able to appreciate. So that means you have to understand the significance of the delivery on time when you want. So when I am hungry, don't tell me, feed me after 2 days. Give me whatever I want. I don't mind, getting a bread, not getting a kind of a 5-star facility after 2 days. So this is what I call, the delivery. Now when you talk about the service, it's very important because when you take the same thing, the particular concept, that means you have to care for the customer, saying that before even getting the order, before supplying the particular product, that means what are the things I can really suggest him. And after selling the product, that means how you can really give it to after sales service. Okay, that means you have to have the quality, value, delivery and also the service. If you have all these 4 components, that is QVDS, that means big Q. Now you cannot, suppose if any one of them is missing, so I am just giving this particular the slide, the quality, it has got about 4 legs. If one leg is missing, that means it's not quality. You may get an excellent, the idli, isn't it? Now the ambience is very dirty. How can I really eat it? Or overpricing, right? And you're not able to get it on time. That means it is not a quality. See, sometimes what happens, you got an excellent quality, but the other things are all missing. So please understand only one thing. That means if all these parameters, that is 4 parameters are fulfilled, that means we cannot call it as a big Q. So when you say the big Q, that means you must have all these 4 components, like it is a quality of the product, quality value, and also the delivery on time, and also the service, pre and post service. Okay, now having understood this particular one, so how do you really tune your mind? So whatever the product or the service you are delivering, you must always try to understand, yes, am I satisfying all the 4 parameters? Whether it could be a product, it can be a service, or it could be even in a house also. For example, a lady who wants to invite somebody for a breakfast. That means she can have the same big Q. That means she should not concentrate only on the quality of the food. She must always try to understand what they really like it, and also get a feedback after taking the breakfast, right? And the way you are able to serve, the quality of the service, it also makes a lot of difference. Okay, now please understand, that means when you talk about the quality, you always talk about the big Q, total quality, right? That means all the parameters must be satisfied. Once you are able to understand this particular one, that means your chemistry of the mind will completely work in a different direction. Okay, this is about the big Q. Now, we can also put it the other way. This is my signature. This is my signature. I've been doing it right from the beginning. That means if you want to survive, if you want to progress in life, okay, doesn't really matter whether it's a personal quality, right, service quality, or a product quality, whatever it is. That means you must be absolutely aware about the big Q. Must always be keep on ascending up, quality up, and then you must keep on trying to reduce the costs down. That means you must give more value what they expect, and also the delivery must be on time. I would like to make it as a not only delivery fast, but delivery on time. Okay, with that, what happens? You cannot but succeed. That is the mantra. Once you are able to understand this particular one, if you analyze the entire successful organization, that means they are able to have this particular mantra about the big Q. That means quality up, cost down. In other words, the value is more, and the delivery on time. Okay. Now, if you are able to understand this particular concept, see, that means doesn't really matter whatever that you are doing. That means you will be a qualitative mind person. Okay, whatever doesn't really matter. That means you got an eye for quality. So, which is most important. Okay, well, in summing up, what is this big Q? Very simple. I think you have to understand. That is QVDS. QVDS. So when you say small q, it's a question of the product quality. And when you say V, it's a question of the value, not the cost, the value. And also the D for delivery. And also the service, S for service, pre-sales and post-sales. Now, if you are able to understand all these four components, which we normally put it in this particular signature, that means quality up, cost down, that means value more, and delivery on time. If you are able to do that in all the transaction, it is not only the product quality or even a service quality. In every action, every transaction, if you are able to do it, that means you have an eye for big Q. So all of us, all the SIites must only have an eye for big Q, not a small q. Small q is important, okay, but big Q is the real significance of the quality. Take care and make sure that whatever that you are doing, you think about the big Q. What is a big Q? That means quality up and cost down or value more and delivery on time. I am sure you will be able to follow it and make sure that you have got an eye for big Q. Okay, take care. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhavet Om Shanti Shanti Shanti